Hey Dragon Ball, can I copy your homework? Sure Naruto, just change it up so no one notices. I'm pretty sure this is how 90% of Naruto characters were created, and I can prove it. Let's play a game. I'm thinking of a popular anime character. He's got a can-do attitude, makes friends with most of his enemies, has a huge appetite, and saves the world about once a week. We've also seen him grow up across 3 different timelines. Who am I thinking of? Goku or Naruto? You see, if you strip them down, the 2 characters seem almost identical. That's not exactly a bad thing though. Anime, just like American comics or any other sort of pop culture, frequently copies archetypes of their contemporaries. I mean, how many genius billionaire playboy superheroes are out there? Also, why are none of our billionaires out fighting crime? You can't put a cape on and beat up some criminals, Zuckerberg? So it's no big deal that Naruto and Goku are so similar, but it is kind of peculiar how similar they are. Early in both shows, the main characters find out that they have a monstrous super form that ties into their mysterious origins. Goku can turn into a great ape, while the similarly giant nine-tailed fox resides within Naruto. Both of them also gain the ability to change into superpowered forms of themselves that look very similar. Many of Naruto's Jinchuriki forms look a lot like Super Saiyan forms, with an energy aura swirling around them. Naruto just doesn't get any cool hairstyle with it. They also both only wear orange, which is weird. I'm still not sure why the folks over at Shonen Jump are so fixated on making orange workout clothes a thing. No one's ever gonna go for it, guys. Just give it up. Both of them are also not the best parents in the world, though between the 2, Naruto is Dad of the Year. Boruto's got nothing on Goten's pain. Now we've arrived at possibly the most overused anime trope of all time, the rival. Sasuke and Vegeta are just the tip of the iceberg as far as this is concerned. You've also got Gary from Pokemon, Kaiba from Yu-Gi-Oh!, Bakugo from My Hero Academy, and even all the way back to Racer X and Speed Racer. The heroes are all usually the paragons of good and positivity, while these characters are the bad boys of anime. They're all about the over-the-top monologues and their desperate need to be the best. Not to mention the fact that most of the time they have really intense hairstyles. Is there a special rival brand hair gel that all these people use? I'm asking for a friend. As far as Vegeta and Sasuke are concerned, they have remarkably similar characteristics. Both of them are among the last survivors of their people. Both have been irredeemably evil, but were yet still somehow redeemed. Then they both have kids and chilled out on the megalomania quite a bit. Apparently, fatherhood really takes the fun out of making evil plans. I do have to say that Naruto and Sasuke's rivalry is a lot more fun than Vegeta and Goku's. The 2 Saiyan warriors haven't had a proper rematch in ages. It's been nice to see them as the ultimate tag team, but that's not really what we want. When are we gonna get that Super Saiyan Blue battle that isn't practice or baseball? The dirty old mentor trope is a classic archetype in anime. In fact, I have a dirty old mentor who taught me the ways of creating YouTube content. I had to climb a mountain just to get to his monastery. It was really embarrassing when I found out he offered online classes. Still, while there are many mentors like Master Roshi and Jiraiya, none are quite as beloved. These 2 managed to straddle the line between being comic relief characters and being really intense. Everyone was super stoked when Roshi got back in the action during Dragon Ball Super. He also needs to teach me how to do that thing where his tiny arms suddenly become super muscular. They also both taught the heroes of their respective shows how to use their signature moves, which feature blue orbs of energy. You couldn't have at least made it a different color, Naruto? Rasengan looks totally like a Kamehameha wave that you just don't shoot. Goku basically used his Kamehameha as a Rasengan against Kefla, so I guess the homework stealing can go both ways. If there's ever an arc where Roshi comes across an old pupil who has gone to the dark side, I'm just gonna turn the TV off. I'm still not over Jiraiya's tragic showdown with Pain, and I will not go through that again. The real competition here for you guys though is which one of these 2 old men has a dirtier mind. That might be the biggest anime showdown of all time. I've never trained in the martial arts, but I've watched a lot of anime, so I think I know how it goes. Your mysterious mentor trains you in the ways of battle by beating you up and not actually teaching you. I mean, that's 90% of the Piccolo/Kakashi method. These 2 teachers have quite a lot in common. In fact, it seems like they'd be close friends. Both are the strong, silent types, both care a lot more about people than they let on. Both Kakashi and Piccolo are cool enough to carry their own series. Tell me you wouldn't want to watch a show about Kakashi's Black Op days. Same question to a show where Piccolo goes to live with the Namekians and defends them against evil. Unfortunately, we just got spin-offs about Naruto's son in a weird show that just advertises a card game. Boruto is better than Super Dragon Ball Heroes, so there are points to Kakashi there. Remember in the early days of Dragon Ball and Naruto when Bulma and Sakura seemed like vital characters in those series? I can look back on those days and think, wow, I can't wait to see the strong characters these two will become. Yeah, that didn't really happen. Bulma and Sakura have certainly had their moments over the years, but there's no denying that they've been sidelined. Bulma was part of the original Fellowship of the Dragon Balls. Once the show started being more about fighting bad guys, she got set aside for the most part. Sakura was also a vital part of Team 7 in the early days, but the anime really focused more on Sasuke and Naruto than her. While their main characters were getting Super Saiyan forms and learning epic techniques, they just didn't get the same upgrades. Bulma probably could have made some sort of capsule core Iron Man suit that would have made her useful in a fight. Sakura could have learned some sort of super form. It's kind of unfair that they got thrown to the side. Both of them have been pretty successful at turning bad boys into husbands, though. No one really believed that anyone could get Vegeta and Sasuke to settle down, but these two ladies made it happen. Wow, maybe they have superpowers after all. You know that guy in middle school who seemed like the coolest guy ever? Then all of you got to high school and he just didn't seem that cool anymore? That's exactly the type of person that Kiba and Yamcha are. In the early days of both anime, it would be understandable if you thought that these characters would be more substantial. They both had cool canine powers, and they seemed like they'd be the protagonist's big rival through the series. Then the shows went along, and neither seemed very impressive anymore. Still, both Kiba and Yamcha talk a big game. Neither let a little thing like being almost totally forgotten get in the way of a healthy ego. You just know that Yamcha plays old VHS tapes of himself in Dragon Ball like he's Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite. There are always multiple levels of mentors in anime like Naruto and Dragon Ball. There are the dirty mentors, the mystical mentors, and then there are the strong, silent types. That's where Sarutobi and Kami thrive. While some old wise men like to be all up in the action, these two mostly watch from the sidelines. They wait until the hero actually needs help to dispense their wisdom. Neither just gives it out freely. The hero must also deal with their failings. Orochimaru and King Piccolo were both their problems first. In Marvel terms, it would be like if Spider-Man had to take on Ultron because Tony Orochimaru like a boss. Kami's showdown with Piccolo in Dragon Ball looks kinda lame in comparison, partly because Sarutobi dressed like a true ninja warrior king. Kami dressed like he was a human who works at the DMV. Get your act together, Kami. Some characters were cool at the start, but then got sidelined by their respective series. What about the comic relief characters who surprised everyone by being awesome, though? Both Choji and Yajirobe have spent most of their time in Naruto and Dragon Ball as the punchlines. Their appetites are made fun of, and neither are presented as the bravest of heroes. Luckily, both got their moments to shine. Yajirobe may have cowered through most of the Vegeta saga, but he found his bravery in the end. When all looked lost because Vegeta was in his great ape form, Yajirobe came in for the win and cut the Saiyan's tail off. Choji also stepped up when Naruto and Shikamaru arranged a special team to rescue Sasuke. He faced off against the formidable Jirobo, and he took him out. Choji activated his butterfly mode and pounded the life out of Jirobo. Some characters have a lifetime of heroic deeds. For others, all it takes is one heroic moment and it makes them awesome forever. Good job, guys. Now go back to eating unhealthy amounts of food. There's just something that anime loves about a pale sadist bad guy who's always smiling to himself. Of every anime character that exemplifies these qualities, Orochimaru and Frieza are the best. Well, them and Piedmon from the first Digimon series. Anyone remember that guy? Evil clown leader of the Dark Masters? Just me? Okay, let's move on. Orochimaru and Frieza are the old school type of evil. They don't need tragic backstories or good motivation. Both of them are just monsters who want some immortality and don't really care who gets in the way. Neither end up being the big bads of their respective universes, but both are still the most memorable villains. Orochimaru's attack on Konoha and Frieza's battle with Goku are considered some of the best moments of either show. That being said, Orochimaru does disappoint in comparison to Frieza. It seems like Orochimaru has gone soft in Boruto, while Frieza remains the same evil galactic warlord he's always been. There are some characters out there who are super cool, but they just don't get their due. They are ride or die friends. They are always jumping into the action and never get any glory. Krillin and Rock Lee are the epitome of the ride or die friend. Well, them and Usopp from One Piece. Both of these characters have had brief moments of awesome that sadly didn't last long enough. Remember when Krillin went crazy on Frieza with a destructive disc barrage? I would ask if you remember the Rock Lee Gaara fight, but we all know you watch that on a monthly basis. Though neither of them really know what to do with their hair. Bowl cuts are just never a good look, Rock Lee, and shaving your head only makes it more obvious that you don't have a nose, Krillin. You want a hairstyle that distracts from that, buddy. There you have it. Every time Naruto cheated off Dragon Ball's homework. What do you think, anime fans? Do you like repeatable archetypes, or are you sick of rivals and pale sadists? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe to CBR. Thanks for watching.